Hey guys, so tonight we're gonna have a boys' night out, sleepover at our camp, but we decided before we go, we're gonna set maybe 4 or 5 crayfish traps, and if we catch enough crayfish, tomorrow we're gonna make some crayfish rolls with them, right, Cade?
Uh-huh.
And maybe Mom can join us. Okay, so we'll film that. All right, so we got 4 crayfish traps that we made. 2 of them have the 1-inch hardware cloth right here, and these 2 have the 1/2-inch hardware cloth. I prefer these because the smaller crayfish can crawl out, whereas these straps, the smaller crayfish kind of get stuck in. But that's okay, they still work pretty good. So we're gonna set those 4, and for bait, we're gonna use some old trout. We went ice fishing this winter, got some real nice trout, brook trout. So we're going to use the leftover parts from that right here. And we even wrote it down, trout for bait. All right, we're going to set that up. Okay, so we're at one of our favorite places to crayfish, and this spot in particular usually produces a good amount of crayfish. So Caden's all ready to go, and he's going to throw that one out. Nice. So we'll come check that tomorrow. Okay, so we're at our second location, right across the road here. And Caden's gonna throw that nice and far. That's what we got for bait. Leftover brook trout that we filleted. All right, Cade.
All right. There's already one.
All right. Let's see what we catch there tomorrow morning. Nice throw, Cade. Okay, so we're at our third spot, which isn't far from the other spots. And Cade's gonna throw that one out. The water's not that deep here, but we've got a short rope on this cage anyway, so here we go. Perfect. We'll come check it tomorrow. Okay, so we just set our third trap right over there, right across the road. We're gonna set our last trap. Our 4th trap, Cade's gonna throw that nice and far. There you go. So we're also gonna fish. We set our crayfish traps, now we're gonna fish a little bit. And if we catch something, well, we'll show you. So we're just gonna do a couple casts. Nice cast, bud. So over here we catch bass, yellow perch, and on a rare occasion, muskie. Okay, so of course it's hard to film with the phone, right, Cade? So look what Caden just caught.
Yeah.
Caught a nice bass. Look at that.
And you know what? Even harder to film with the phone. With 2 people, one has to carry the net and one has to reel it in.
Yeah, so Caden was reeling it in, and Dad jumped in the water. My feet are all wet, but that's okay because Caden caught a nice bass. Look at that, and we just missed one right before this.
My second one of the year.
Awesome, high five, Cade.
My first one
all
was
right.
in a lake.
So we got a bass to go with our crayfish. Woohoo! Hey guys, so we're back at our camp. As you can see, we made a little campfire. So we're gonna sit around the fire a little bit, talk a little bit about boy stuff. And then we're gonna wake up tomorrow morning and we're gonna go check our crayfish traps. So we'll see you tomorrow. Okay, so we're at the first spot. We're gonna pull that puppy out. Let's see how many crayfish we got. Oh. Let's see them all. Looks like we got quite a bit in there.
Hopefully. We have
And
10.
there's still some. Oh yeah, look at that.
Oh, and
Wow. Look at the crayfish in here, buddy. Look at all those crayfish.
oh, and
Wow. Looks like we might have enough to make some crayfish rolls.
Done the escape artist.
Oh, that's a big one too, Cade. Oh, and look at that. Caden even caught one with his hand. One that was trying to escape. All right, well, we'll put those in the bucket and we'll count them up.
11.
10, 11. 12.
13.
14. Wow, there's a lot.
Yeah.
15.
15. Enough for a meal. 16. 17.
'Kay, so we got 32 crayfish in our first trap. Wow, that's, I think, our biggest number yet. So now we're gonna pull out the second trap.
Oh, got a few.
We got some.
And a fish. And a dead fish.
All right, we got a few. Usually this side of the river we don't catch as many.
For some reason, but we catch more using our hands on this.
Okay, so let's count how many we have in this one.
1, 200.
Okay, are we ready? Oh, we'll have to open the door to our little thing here. All right.
One, 2, 3, 4. Probably not going to keep this one, are we?
We'll keep it.
4. Wait, is this 4 or 5?
4.
4, 5, 6,
And there's 2 more in the cage, so
then 8.
6, 7.
7.
Holding on pretty good. And 8. Well, that's still pretty good. Usually that's an average 8 to 10 per trap. That's pretty good. So 8 of them, huh? So 8 plus
That's
32
40.
is there's 40 crayfish.
2 traps. and we're probably going to need to do something.
All right, so we're at the third trap.
3 out of 4.
Our third trap. Let's pull that sucker out and
3
see how
out
many.
of 4.
I can see some already.
I see some.
Oh, we have a decent amount. Oh yeah, looks like there's at least 10 in there.
Probably a few more.
Cool. All right. All right, so this is our fourth and final trap.
The final one's going to have the least.
Well, usually this side doesn't have a lot, but
Oh,
wow.
guacamole.
It proved us wrong. It might actually have the most.
Yeah, we're going to need another container.
Wow.
We're going to need another.
Okay, let's pull that out of the water. Look at this. Look at the crayfish in this trap. Wow, that's amazing. What? Look at that.
I think there's
Okay, well, we'll count those. Careful, Keith. All right, so that last trap we counted, we need to use another container, and there was 42 crayfish in that one trap. I think that's the most we ever caught in one trap.
You done.
So we got plenty of crayfish for some
97.
crayfish rolls. Almost 100. 97. All right, so in total, those 4 traps, we caught 97 crayfish in there. Really good sized crayfish. Our fourth trap, we caught, I think, 42 crayfish in one trap, which is like the most we've ever caught in one trap. So we're just purging them in our sink and a little bit of salted water. You're gonna let them soak in there for a little bit. And while they're soaking, I got 2 pots starting to boil. We're gonna need 2 pots for that. And we're doing it in the house because it's about 90 degrees outside, so we decided to do this inside the house where it's nice and cold. Okay, so the crayfish have been purging for about an hour and our water is boiling, so now I'm going to add the crayfish to the pots. Okay, so the crayfish have been boiling for about 20 minutes and they're all done. So now I'm going to cool them off. Once they're cool, I'm going to take the meat out of the tails. Alright, so once I take the tails off, I take all the shells and I put that in my compost bin. Well, I put it in my little 5-gallon bucket here at home, just like that. And then I bring that to my camp and I throw that in my compost bin. Okay, so we got all the tails out of the shells. And what we like to do is saute them in butter before we put them in the rolls. And we also have the bass that Caden caught frying up. That's going to be good. And then we got some homemade rolls right here. Look at that. That's super cool. Alright, so this is the finished product. Look at that. Wow, look at those crayfish rolls. Wow, and that's a good size. Look at this. They're the size of my hand. Awesome.
Phoenix.
It's gonna be good.